The energy transition is often talked about as one journey, the whole world traveling to the same destination. But while that global vision still holds, countries are walking different paths to get there. Our energy transition outlook shows the energy landscape is more interconnected than ever. But global response to the transition is becoming increasingly fragmented.
Energy demand is soaring in response to population growth, electrification, and the AI data center boom. Renewables are surging, but oil, gas, and coal are still fulfilling 80% of the world's energy needs and aren't going to disappear anytime soon.
At the same time, we're facing supply challenges compounded by geopolitical volatility and disruptions to infrastructure. Battle lines are being redrawn as energy independence and supply security are prioritized in an era of global conflict and economic nationalism.
3 strategic battlegrounds: fossil fuel supply, new technology capabilities, and access to critical metals and minerals. And those that prosper through the transition must have a deep understanding of how everything connects.
In our energy transition outlook, we have mapped 4 distinct transition scenarios. Each shows how key drivers like policy, technology cost, and the power mix lead to different outcomes. We are currently on the base case trajectory, which sees a global warming pathway of 2.6 degrees Celsius. The headline is that the world is not just falling short of Paris Agreement pledges of 2 degrees, but has moved substantially farther away than last year. Peak emissions are now projected for a year later in 2028. Most major economies will miss their 2030 targets, and only a handful of smaller nations are on track to meet their targets.
This isn't the path we pledged to be on 10 years after the Paris Agreement. It is clear we must pick up the momentum. But here's the reality. The lack of progress isn't down to a lack of pace, but the lack of unity. The world lacks the global cooperation needed to scale climate finance and new technology development.
Countries are being led by their own domestic policy and agendas. Clean energy is becoming a contest of economic resilience and political will.
The result is a transition moving in different directions and different speeds.
In 2024, China was responsible for a third of global emissions, but years of investment and policy support mean it is now leading the way in renewables, dominating solar, wind, and critical mineral supply chains, the result of a strong, coordinated industrial policy for many years.
Whereas the United States has turned inward, parts of the Inflation Reduction Act are being dismantled, tax credits have been reduced, clean energy funding has been paused, and fossil is still very much a key player.
Europe is fighting to maintain its early lead, but high energy prices and an eroded industrial base are weakening competitiveness. Fragmented national priorities and public fatigue are making delivery even harder. Emerging markets across the globe are also facing policy uncertainty.
And what we have is a global system that's deeply interconnected.
Economically, structurally, and technically.
But a global response that's increasingly disconnected and disjointed.
Politically, financially, and strategically.
Lack of cooperation is slowing the pace and direction of the transition. But the good news is that the push for sustainability is still very much alive.
But the quest for energy security and economic prosperity continue to drive low-carbon investment.
And whilst we may not have full global consensus, China, Japan, South Korea, Canada, and India are all moving in the same direction.
What is clear is that there is no straight road to the transition.
The only way to navigate it is seeing how everything connects. The right technology, the right data, and the right expertise will define success.